What's up, College Station? I'm Grace Hollowell, and today I'm joined by Animal Control Officer Hector Garcia. Hi, Hector.
How you doing? Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's always exciting to have animal control on the show. So let's kind of kick things off by talking about what is the goal of animal control for the city of College Station.
Yeah, so pretty much what we end up trying to do to help the community is just keep the community safe when it comes to wildlife and pets that kind of get out. We do try and help out owners when their animals do get out of the yard to try and find them, get them back to them. Hopefully they're microchipped. We carry microchip scanners with us, and we're able to look up to get that information and try and get them back home. At the same time, when it comes to wildlife, if it's something that we're able to remove, we will try and remove it. Also, bats. That's another thing that's been kind of
Yes.
starting to pop up just a little bit, and same thing with skunks. Whenever people have issues with those, they give us a call and we try and help them out with that. So it's trying to keep the community safe from any type of exposures or bites or anything like that. Trying to reunite them with their families, with their pets, with the families, and then also just trying to make sure to kind of educate on certain ordinances here in town as well.
Gotcha. So if somebody is missing their pet, what do they need to do? Who do they need to contact?
So they can contact the non-emergency line at the police department. When they do get a hold of them, try and give as much information as possible. You know, where was the last seen, what type of animal it is, color, owner's information, address. And once we get that information, we do patrols in that area to try and see if we can find it. If we are able to, we give the owner a call back as soon as we find them. We also give advice of, hey, if we aren't able to find them, you know, it doesn't mean a citizen wasn't able to find them. And usually we give them advice of reach out to the Humane Society as well, because somebody probably took it up there if they found the animal.
Yes, and that's something that not many people might not know, is that all the lost pets in College Station, if we can't find their owner, they are taken to Aggieland Humane Society.
Yes, there is sometimes people think, oh, animal control, they're just gonna end up taking my animal away. No, we always try our best to reunite them with the owners, and then like I said, if we aren't able to get a hold of them with the owner, or if they don't have a microchip, we always take them up to the Humane Society where they try and use the resources they have and try and get a hold of the owner as well.
Yes, and another thing we mentioned is animal bites. What are the steps that people need to take if they are bit by a pet or a wildlife animal?
All right, so if it's a pet, first and foremost is make sure that you're safe if something happens. You know, if you need to separate yourself away from the animal that is biting you, try your best to separate, get any type of description of the animal if that's the case. If it's your pet, you know, try and make sure that you're able to secure the animal as well. First and foremost is try and get it cleaned. Go get medical attention for it.
Yes.
You know, that's one of the main things we always try and push is, hey, try and get medical attention, especially if it's a severe bite. If at that point, if it's, you know, everything's calmed down, if it's your pet, give us a call. Let us know, hey, this is what happened. We usually go over the procedure for by state law for the quarantine process. And then if it's an incident where it involves somebody else's dog, try and get the owner's information, contact info, address, description of the dog so that we can make contact with the owner to see if it is up to date on his rabies vaccine as well.
Yes, and what if it is a wildlife animal that somebody encounters and is bit by?
So if it's a wildlife animal, see if you're able to try and safely contain it so that we can try and remove it and see if we can go get it tested. Also, it falls for pets as well. So sometimes you let your dog out in the backyard, you don't know there's a raccoon or a skunk or something back there. So we've had incidences as well where a dog has been playing with something, the owner doesn't know what it is, they go and look and it's a little bat. So we try our best to get whatever wildlife animal that the dog was exposed to or the person was to. We try and secure it and try and send it off for testing so that we can let them know, hey, there was no concern for rabies with this wildlife, or yes, there was concern. These are the following steps you need to do. When it comes to personal pets, there is some immediate vaccines that we try and say you need to go get, you know, just as a precaution. And then when it comes to people, we immediately say, hey, go get checked out by your doctor.
Yes.
We want to make sure that you're taken care of, cleaning the wounds, because even if the animal doesn't come back as positive, could be chance for infection in the wound. So we always recommend, hey, go get it checked out, get it cleaned out at the least. And in the end, whatever you and your doctor plan of action is, go with that plan of action. And then whenever we get results back, we do notify the individual that was involved to let them know, like, yes, there was no concern, or yes, there was. Here's some more steps you should take.
Yes. And if you see an animal in distress, you can also call animal control for that as well.
Yes, exactly. If it looks like it's a wildlife that is injured, that looks sickly, definitely give us a call. We'll come out there. We'll try and evaluate. If we need to remove it to go get it help, we will try and get it help in any way that we're able to. It is surprising sometimes how often people try and walk up to wildlife.
Yes.
I've seen people walk up and try and feed some raccoons before, and it's one of those, like, please don't do that. You know, it looks friendly, but it's still wildlife.
Yes.
It's not a pet or anything. It can still have a chance to try and bite you. Whenever we see that stuff, we usually try and educate, like, hey, this is why it's not a good idea to try and pet or feed wildlife because of this issue.
Right. Definitely use caution when dealing with wildlife. Okay, so where can people find out more information about animal control?
So we're on the City of College Station page. We have our own section under the police department for animal control. And on that website, it has city ordinances. It has also, if there's some pest control issues you're having with wildlife, there's a section on there that gives tips on, hey, this is what you can try and do. And then also there's some forms that we have on there, and then ultimately the phone number for the non-emergency for the police department, and if you need to reach us. And we're always willing to help out, answer questions, see what we can do. Like I said at the beginning, that's our job, to try and help the community as much as we can.
Yes, and definitely if you're not sure about the ordinances, if you're confused, or if you want clarification on what animals you can have or you can't have, definitely give you guys a call.
Yeah, sometimes there's a little confusion on what is and isn't allowed, and it's always best. People have called us and like, hey, this is what I'm interested in getting. Is this allowed? Yes, it is, or no, it's not. Other instances is, sometimes poultry permits. This is what's required for it, and what you're allowed to have for certain requirements.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for joining me today.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for having me.
And that's what's up.